Hello, we have breaking news and very important news. Russia is retreating from city of Kherson and right bank part of Kherson region. And that is a very big victory for Ukraine. This is extremely sad loss and defeat for Russia. What does it mean? I will now explain to you. Please subscribe to my channel and push a like for others to see this video. So, yesterday, Russia announced retreat from the city of Kherson and right bank part of Kherson region. Because Kherson region is situated on two banks of Dnieper River. Dnieper River is a very big, wide river, one of the biggest in the world. And Kherson region is divided by this river on right bank part and left bank part. So Russia, till the last time, was occupying like a majority of Kherson region, including right bank part. But now and yesterday, Russian General Surovikin, together with Minister of Defense Shoigu, they announced that they are retreating from Kherson and completely from the right bank, that they are leaving right bank. Why this happened? Because Putin had just two options. The problem for Putin is that Russian troops on the right bank, they're very vulnerable because their supply is very difficult. They can supply these troops only through three bridges. And all of these three bridges are under fire control of Ukrainian army, thanks to HIMARSs and other weaponry that we are receiving from our allies. So two of these bridges are already damaged so heavily, so Russian army can't use them for military techniques, tanks or self-propelled howitzers, armored vehicles, and so on. So only one of these bridges is still usable. But they understand that at any moment Ukraine can stop usage of this bridge by attacking it, and it is very vulnerable. So mostly and many times already Russian military techniques and troops were hit on this bridge. So Russia for the moment is mostly using ferries and boats in order to transport supplies to their troops on the right bank. But the winter is coming. And it's not only from Game of Thrones. The winter is really coming. And when the first freezes will arrive, the edge of the river, the Dnieper, completely will never freeze. But edge of the river, there will be ice there. And Russia, that will make impossible for Russia to use the river for boats and ferries. So from this moment, Russian troops on the right bank, they will appear like on the island, being completely encircled by Ukrainian forces. And it's clear that Russian army, they don't have morale to fight there for a long time. And it will be impossible for them. So the end will be a surrender. These troops will be destroyed, and all they will surrender. That is clear, and Putin understands this. So that's why he just had two options. Option number one, to try to defend Kherson and to keep it for, month and a half, 2 months maximum. But in the end, Kherson will be liberated by Ukraine and all his troops will be destroyed. And also there will be an awful picture of Russian soldiers frozen to death, which will come from the basements. That will be a picture like in Stalingrad and during the Second World War of German army surrendering. So Putin doesn't want this. So second option for him was to retreat now in order to save his face, at least a little, and also to save part of his troops. And rational choice is clear, to leave. And he made this choice. Why only now? Because my sources are telling me that Russian military requested this retreat months ago, but Putin gave his permission only yesterday. Why? Because he was waiting for midterms. He was hoping that midterms can open some kind of a window of opportunity for him if there will be many isolationists who will be elected to Congress and Senate. So he wanted to try these people in order to decrease support or American support to Ukraine. So that was his hope. And also, he didn't want to see this triumph of Ukraine and our allies before midterms. So that's why he was waiting for midterms. When they happened, and he saw that his expectations, he just missed. And there is no way that new American Congress and Senate will be less supportive to Ukraine than the previous was. So now he understands it, so he made this decision to leave. There are a lot of talkings about maybe this is a trap or something else. We will see. But I'm sure it is not a trap. Russia is really leaving. Certainly our forces should be very careful because there are a lot of minings. Russian can like attack by artillery. Our troops from the left bank, our Russian troops advance into Kherson. For sure, we should be cautious, but we need to move and to liberate our city, and also to destroy as much Russian troops as possible before they will cross the river coming to the left bank. And that's exactly what's happening today. We have many good news. A number of Ukrainian villages, Snigorovka, Soldatova, Pravdina, Alexandrovka and others are liberated. People are crying from happiness. And I want you to see these videos.
«28-я бригада, Кисельовка, Северада».
Україна і слава!
Первый есть.
So this is a very big success for Ukraine and for all our allies. And after Russian retreat from Kherson, this is a new phase of war. So the first phase was when Russia tried to make a blitzkrieg and to take Kiev, and they failed. It was in March, you remember. Second phase was from April till August, when Russia was trying in the First World War style by using a lot of artillery to take Ukrainian east and south, and they failed. In the end of August, we started counteroffensive. There was a military catastrophe of Russia near Kharkiv, and that was the next stage of war when Ukraine took strategic initiative. And now, with the Russian retreat from Kherson, this is the stage of the war where we entered the stage of the war when Russians are not thinking about any big-scale offensives, but they just want to solidify gains they already have and to try to defend them. The next phase will be when Russia will run away from Ukraine completely. I don't know how many time will it take to get to next phase, but we will definitely do it. I can tell you, after retreat from Kherson, we can say clearly, it's too early to say that Ukraine already won this war, but we already can say that Russia already lost this war. Thank you very much. Follow me in YouTube, follow me in Twitter, and in Twitter all breaking news every day, so follow me there, and till the next meeting.